I am the incomparable Deezil Greezil. I'm from Detroit, Michigan. I currently live in Temple, Texas.
How did you get into stand-up?
A dare, you know what I'm saying? One of the homies did an open mic and shit, and that nigga won. And so I'm a prideful nigga. I'm like, nigga, I'm funnier than you. I get way more bitches than you know what I'm saying? So I ended up going to the comedy club the next week. I did the mic, I won. And so the next night I won like a little slot to open up for somebody or whatnot. And shit, I love that shit. I felt like I wasted a lot of time doing other shit. You know what I'm saying? So the first time I did that shit, I was like, yeah, that's what I need to be doing.
How'd you prepare? Like, after the dare, you went there, then the next week you were already ready and you won. How'd you get your jokes?
I mean, honestly, man, I told 2 stories. You know, like that's what most comics do when you first starting out. You're gonna tell stories and shit. I had been on stage my whole life. I had just never did comedy. So I was comfortable on stage. I told 2 motherfucking jokes, 2 stories basically. Niggas went crazy, and then from there I felt like, yeah, nigga, I'm the best. Of course, nigga, I wasn't. I had a lot to learn, but you know what I'm saying, it felt like it was natural what I should be doing.
So with that, like, how was you practicing your material?
Man, in the beginning, man, I used to do all type of shit. I used to stand in the mirror and tell myself jokes and shit. I used to have my motherfucking timer set on the phone, 5 minutes, trying to do a 5-minute set. Like when you starting off, that 5-minute set seemed like forever. You're like, nigga, 5 minutes, like, but like we was working way too hard. You trying to tell 12 jokes in 5 minutes, you know? And then me and my homies would sit around and write, tag jokes, you know, and then I was a fucking Uber driver at the time, so every passenger, you tried no material. It's an opportunity to slide it in and make you feel like it's natural and not necessarily a premise and a setup.
Did you ever get that rider, you try to tell a joke and they're like, womp womp?
No, man, no, actually, bro, I be getting some good tips from the white folks, man. I learned, like, man, I tell them jokes, I have them laughing the whole time, and them niggas tip. Now, niggas is not impressed at all. Like, niggas, like, it ain't shit you can impress a nigga to get a tip.
So my next question would be for you is, how do you deal with hecklers?
Man, I've been blessed. I haven't had to deal with a lot. Actually, man, the first time I did an open mic out here at Stay Classy last summer, man. It's the first time I really dealt with a heckler. It was a white lady, man. And I flamed her up. I felt bad because I filmed all my sets. I filmed all my sets. So when I got to the crib and watched it in a peaceful space, I was high. It's like, damn, man, you had to go after the white lady like that. But it was her own fault. I say, she doesn't understand how this shit works. Like, bitch, you shut up. I talk. That's how it works. And it was a dumb joke. I had told a joke. It was about child support. And I was like, yo, I think they should change the way the child support rules work. I think if a woman wants full child support, she should be able to name who the father is before the baby is born. And if she get it wrong, she get one more guess for half off. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, you gotta give a nigga a fighting chance. And so I'm trying to do the joke and the white lady was like you can remember everyone you slept with. And I was like, I remember sleeping with your mom. And then from there, it digressed into some ignorant shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it was.
What are some of your short-term goals in this comedian lane?
Man, short term is stay booked and busy. Merch, have merch at every show. Right now, like next week I got a show Thursday in New Orleans, and then Friday and Saturday we're at Twice as Funny in Killeen, then Sunday we're in Austin, but I don't got no merch. And as you know, most of this shit don't really pay shit, so it's not really worth my time outside of getting better unless I got the merch. So short term is merch, keep building the social media, and stay booked and busy, you know what I'm saying? I know I can eat, I just gotta find out where the plate's at.
Is there anything you won't joke about?
Nah. Man, actually, like, I watched a documentary on Patrice O'Neal, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all ever heard of him, but dope-ass comic that died, you know what I'm saying, a while ago. And his style of comedy was, he was like, man, if I tell a joke in front of 100 people, 50 of them should be laughing, 50 of them should be terrified. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good joke. And so he's like, basically everything should be able to be talked about. So I don't really feel shit is off limits. I mean, me personally, if it ain't funny, it ain't funny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can get away with anything if it's funny. Like the whole 5 white people and a sub. You know, like a lot of people was making jokes about that shit. Me personally, I would never sink that low.
Oh shit. Boy, you funny as hell. Look. He lost.
I lost. I'm like, bro, that's
Man, you funny
asshole
as hell.
Because he don't really want to laugh, because that's the asshole. He said sink. Well, I get it. They sunk.
I would never sink that low personally, man. But hey, we all got choices. That's how I feel like we all got choices, man.
Man, I can't wait to hear your set, bro. I know you. I can tell you cold as hell.
Oh man, I'm silly as fuck.
Man, you know, but like that, it's just like Dave Chappelle. You know, he's a comic with a high level of intelligence. Some things go over the head. Not saying yours, but I'm just saying, man, I can tell like that's.
Honestly, man, that's a type of comedy I do. Like, I'm a stand-up comedian. I stand up here and tell jokes. I'm not about to do a lot of shucking and jiving and dancing and slapstick, silly shit like punchline premise. I feel like, man, while I'm up here, I mean, it's an opportunity for me to leave people in a better condition than I found them. And the best way to teach people is through humor, man. Right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I slide it in.
Who is your favorite comedian of all time?
My favorite of all time?
Well, let's do it like this. Currently and then of all time.
Big Dave Chappelle fan. Right now, Sadiq Ali, or Ali Sadiq, he's a monster.
Oh man, I heard Mexican got on boots.
Yeah, I mean, he got his new special, like, it's the best storyteller I ever seen. Like, it's dope as fuck. All time, I mean, it's hard to not go with like an Eddie. You know what I'm saying, Robin Harris. I mean, Damon Wayans. He was a monster on stage. A lot of people don't remember him. I mean, it's so many, man. I just like dope ass comedy, man. Like, you know.
So have you ever like bombed?
They say when you bomb, they say that you eat a bag of dicks. That's what they call it in comedy. You know, hey, this nigga ate a bag of dicks tonight. You know, you try to stay away from the dick eating, man. You really do. I would say, like, first off, I'm a narcissist, so no, motherfucker, I never bomb. I done had some dumbass crowds. I done had some niggas that probably shouldn't have been in there that I was in front of. But I will say, I done had some nights where I knew I could have been better. Like, you know what I'm saying? I film all my sets, because when I'm on stage, man, I be locked in, and so a lot of it is just timing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, this nigga should be done laughing. I'm on to the next joke. But when you sit back and watch it, you kind of see if them laughs was as loud as you thought they was. You know what I'm saying? If it's a lot of silence or whatnot. And so I done had some times where I know I didn't motherfucking try and it showed. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never really bombed. I'm gonna get a couple laughs about you, but to me the bar is high. I'm trying to eat off this shit. So man, you can't just be okay.
So do you have a short set ready for us to do today?
Yeah, I can do a little something for you.
Coming to the stage, the incomparable Deezil Greezil.
Ah, man, y'all did a fantastic job of clapping for a nigga you never heard of. We appreciate that energy and that effort, man. You know, a little bit about me, get right to the point, man. I'm recently divorced. Y'all clap for that. Yeah, I was married 12 long, miserable years. My marriage is so bad they made a movie about it. It was called 12 Years a Slave. Anybody saw it? It's a movie about a young black man working hard to be somebody nigga. Right? I was a horrible nigga. I'll be honest, like, way too many rules, man. Ain't reading all that shit. Like, let's get to the fucking, you know? Let's get to the fucking, bro. Like, the thing is, like, nigga, when I was going through my divorce, man, nigga, I knew I was gonna lose because I had a court-appointed divorce lawyer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew my lawyer wasn't shit because that nigga kept calling me fam in court. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga kept calling me fam, and nigga told me I had to take a plea bargain in order to get some new pussy. Like, that's how a divorce worked. Unfortunately, like the thing is about marriage is, like, every marriage for men start off the same way. We just trying to get some pussy. Right? Yeah. And divorce end with you just trying not to get fucked. It's like, we just call that the circle of life, man. The thing is, like, bro, when you married that long and your wife leave you, you can't help but wonder, like, when this bitch knew she was done. And so I reviewed the footage. I'm pretty sure it was a Tuesday. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, she came in the house one day, nigga, she happy, she's enthusiastic, she's like, baby, I want to get plastic surgery. And I was like, word? Like, what you want to change? She said she wanted to get a nose job, you know? That's what I'm like. I didn't understand why she didn't want to start with her titties, you feel me? It's like, just confirmed my suspicions that this bitch was selfish. You know? Like, I never once complained about her nose during sex, believe it or not. Not once. But I sucked on them Down syndrome titties every night with pride. Like, took one for the team, man. Like, as you can see, I'm petty. This is why I'm single, man. I'm petty, man. I break up with a chick for any reason. So now I'm out here dating, I'm playing the field. You know the most petty reason I ever broke up with a chick? Her kids was ugly. I mean, it was my baby mama, but still, it's the principle. It's the principle. I do not want to be seen in public with no ugly kids, because people will judge you. You know, if you see a man, a woman, and an ugly child, what'd you just see? An ugly family, right? And now you looking at the parents trying to see where the ugly came from, man. Like, it's already enough pressure in this bitch, man. I be dating, man. You know what I'm saying? Every day. Good. Good.